everyone. It's me, it's your girl Cheryl's. I am back to do my recap of Married at First Sight, episode 17, season 20. Please accept my apologies for my delays in getting these recaps out. I am so busy. I have a whole, I'm a juggler. I work in a circus, I guess. I'm always juggling. But anyway, please like, subscribe, and share. It's your girl Cheryl's. I will explain my busyness another time. I want to get this out so I can get to episode 18. So episode 17, Married at First Sight. Let's get this started. Oh, and let us sing the song from Wizard of Oz. Ding dong, the witch is dead. The wicked witch, another wicked witch is gone. The Harry Potter wicked witch. Let's get to it. All right. So, when the scene opens up, we are in the kitchen with Felipe. You know, Mr. I'm the finest thing walking. He's down there crying. He doesn't know what's going on. She says I don't consider her. Then you know what's going on. You don't consider her. She's your wife, and you're a big doofus. Okay? So then they show the girls upstairs, and they're like, oh, Tori, what's going on? Oh, poo, woo, woo, woo. Marissa says, look, this is the problem. You're Beyonce, and you got somebody else that wants to be Beyonce too. There can only be one Beyonce. And I think that wraps up Gen Z's explanation of, girl, you way better than that piece of trash. And so we go back down to the men. And Felipe is saying, I do a lot of dumb things. My family lets me get away with it. She needs to give me a little bit of grace. She is looking for a husband. You're supposed to be a grown man. You are down here celebrating with the little trophy, the worst husband in the group award, and you are happy about that in front of this woman. Like she says, anything that goes on with you, it reflects upon me too. But anyway, we're going to get to that conversation later. He's down there crying, blah, blah, blah. And the men, said, oh, you're going to work it out, whatever. I don't even know if the men said that. I think they switched the scenes. No, they didn't, because Mecca says his speech. No, I understand. I get what she's saying. She said, he said basically what I said. Whatever happens with you, it reflects upon her, and it makes her look bad. So I understand exactly what she's saying. So, he also said, yeah, you're gonna have to consider her. Mecca, the man that walks around with his shoe in his mouth, his foot in his mouth. Caitlin said upstairs with the girls, castrate him, cook him. Why does he still have balls? Why is she so angry? Ooh, girl. She is savage. Is that what they do in Harry Potter land? They're not medieval Harry Potter. They're little witches, right? Okay. Anyway, Caitlin talks to Felipe, and she said, you are insensitive. You have got to figure out how to draw a boundary. You're just so immature, and she is just not feeling that. You're gonna have to do better. Sean steps in, and Sean says, look, you are a we at this point. Everything you do, you have to consider your wife. It is no longer I. You are a we. You are a couple. You are one. So, and you have to protect we. You have to protect we. Felipe says, give him grace, at least a tiny bit. And like Caitlin was giving him the good advice, and Shorty Sean gave him some good advice, and he's still whining because see that family coddles him and spoils him and lets him be a little boy. Okay, so then they show Devin talking to Caitlin. He says, "I have been trying, and she needs to try more." He said it's six. I think it was. I'm sorry, Devin. I think at this point he was talking to Nikki. I said Caitlin. I meant Nikki. He said she has to try. She has to do better. He said it's 6 days until decision day, and it's not a two-way street. It has to be a two-way street. The ball is in her court. I've done everything. I have showed up for this situation. So then they show Felipe talking to the camera, and he's saying he doesn't know why he keeps fucking up. Well, I can tell you, Felipe, because you're immature. You are a man boy. That's why. You have probably never put any effort into a relationship. Like you said, you like to get your dick wet, right? You like to fuck hoes. Excuse my language. You like to have sex with lots of women. When you do something like that, you don't really have to nurture a relationship. You just have to be smooth enough to get them draws. Okay? Caitlin says she is ready. She is ready for her and Devin to get it in. She is ready. She keeps trying to give him signals. She's giving him the green light, but he doesn't. Every time she does it, he does something else. Like right now, he's in the shower. Somebody tell her to go get in the shower then. That is the biggest green light of all. Take your little Harry Potter ass in the shower, okay? He will understand what that means. She said, I've been intentional. And so they roll that beautiful beam footage. And her intentions are rubbing him on the shoulder, rubbing his stomach. Nothing sexual. Nothing that anybody would know that she is saying, oh, I'm ready. I'm getting ready. No, it doesn't say anything like that. Especially when you are quite psycho anyway. No, he ain't picking up on that. The next thing we see, Devin is cooking. And Caitlin is talking with the Perfects. The Perfects are Cam and Michelle. And she's telling them about her and Devin having an argument till like 4 o'clock in the morning. You know what the Perfects say? Oh yeah, we heard. We thought we had to get out of bed so we can hear clearer. They don't even mind letting her know that they were eavesdropping. But they really probably didn't have to because Caitlin said they were pretty loud and animated. Cam said, Cam said we had to get out to bed to hear you guys better. You're always bickering. Michelle tells, what's her name? Caitlin, what Mecca said about Belle because Cam told Michelle that Mecca said that he would prefer if Belle had bigger boobs. I don't know if he told her the whole conversation. He told her that little snippet. She tells Caitlin right in front of Cam. Caitlin laughs because it's funny to her that a man would say something like that. Cam is embarrassed that his wife is divulging their pillow talk right in front of him. He said, loose lips sink ships. So he skedaddles out of there. Michelle said Belle needs to hear this. Yeah, she may need to hear it, but I don't think that you need to tell her. But so this particular day is date day. All the couples are leaving the house and they're going on a date. Cam and Michelle leave. Devin and Caitlin leave. Felipe is talking to the camera about how bad he feels about making Tori feel bad. He wants to do everything he can to get this right. Okay? Belle and Mecca are on their date. Their date is a wine tasting. At the wine tasting, they're sitting down and Mecca asks Belle, have you ever been to a wine tasting? She said, yeah, of course. Then he decides to tell her, what to do at a wine tasting. She just told you she's been to wine tastings before. So anyway, he wants to impress her with his stupid knowledge of what he knows about how to sip the wine, how to smell the wine, or whatever. She starts telling him, having a serious conversation with him about their relationship. The thing that the thing that Belle does is she has this nervous laughter when it's time to get serious with this child. And she tells him things that hurt her or that are concerning to her, but she laughs the whole time. And also she gives him a pass while she's telling him the things that she is disturbed about or that bothers her about him. She's also giving him an excuse for doing what he does. While she is telling him these things, you know what this Bama says? This girl love to protect her man. See? She should have said, fuck you, Mecca. But she didn't. She keeps giving him excuses on why he acts like he does. And of course he co-signs, yeah, I'm a hurt young baby. My mama left me, my stepmama left me. I was raised by logic. You know, whatever his excuses are. Okay, next, Felipe and Tori. Basically, they worked out their relationship. They're back together. That's all we need to say. I'm not going into all this word for word. Michelle and Cam are horseback riding. They're not talking about nothing because I don't think they even showed it. Nikki FaceTimes Sean. Sean and Nikki tell the camera, but not each other, that they miss each other. Felipe and Tori are out there doing the shooting the arrows, and she is on point. She is bullseye each time she pulls her bow and arrow. Marissa and Adam are bike riding. Caitlin and Devin discuss the argument that they had and how toxic it was, and Devin lets her know it's just getting too much. And he tells her that her signals were weak. I don't know that you're telling me that it's okay for me to be intimate with you. You're sending mixed signals. And he said, I'm not going to get caught up in that. I don't, and when we argue, you don't have to argue to win every argument. He said, and then you get really disrespectful, basically. He said, I don't know when you're doing this, touching my shoulder, that means I want to be fucked. I don't use that language, Devin. Okay. Devin also says that when we're having an argument, you cannot constantly shut me down. I don't appreciate being shut down when we're having an argument or a discussion. You can't shut me down. I'm not going to tolerate that. That is unacceptable. Don't do that again. So then we see a scene at the house. The men are discussing the argument that Devin and Caitlin had. And they're like, what is it about? And he's saying that she's trying to show me that I can get it. And so Felipe said, so you know? He said, no, I didn't know till last night. But you knew? I knew when she told me last night in our argument. Oh, okay, so the women are upstairs. They're discussing the argument too. Devin says, I've just never experienced anything like this. So they show Belle, Michelle, and Nikki in one room, and they're talking. Michelle can't wait to tell Belle about Mecca making a comment about the boobs. Where Michelle is wrong, you were not a part of that conversation. So when you relay the message, you can't be matter of fact about what you said. You need to say, if you're going to relay it, I heard that the men were discussing their wives, and I heard that Mecca made a comment about he likes women with larger boobs. You came out and told her that he wished that she had bigger boobs. You don't know how that conversation went, and you're dead wrong for even saying it like that. When she said it like that, Belle was like, he's just so childish. This is horrible. And Nikki is there too, and Nikki said, that was uncalled for. Belle said, it's not like I asked for a man that paints his fingernails. I could go deeper. I could go in and and explode on this Bama, but I don't. Nikki said, yeah, I got the same issue. Sean told me that in Seattle, I might be a 10, but in New York, where he's from, I'd be a 7. So they looking like, Sean who? Sean who? What? Girl, you fucking lying. I know Sean ain't saying nothing like that. Oh, yeah. So what is he, a 10? And, you know, everybody's just getting their chuckle on behind that because how dare Sean rate anybody, put anybody on the scale. Sean, are you part of the Lollipop Guild? How tall are you? Anyway, Nikki said her defense of him is he's a hurt little boy. Michelle talks to the camera and she said that these men are not worthy of these women and these women are dimming their lights for this man. I wish everybody got a man like me. I got the perfect storm. So anyway, she didn't say that, but she may as well say that. Dinner is served. Devin's down there cooking his butt off. Devin cooked all these steaks and they look perfect. Adam did something with the bacon that made it like a little square and all. Anyway, he picked it up with his hands. Don't eat after Adam. He's a Neanderthal. Felipe tells everybody that he's happy him and Tori worked it out. Mecca says that he was rude with his statements about Belle, and Belle starts defending him. Mecca doesn't know what he says. Mecca's just has what she said. I don't know. Like he's stupid. What she said. He just doesn't know what he said. He talks too much. He needs to shut up for real. But Michelle tells Mecca, you need to be grateful that you have Belle. You need to start showing her that you're grateful. Basically, you need to calm down on whatever it is that you smoking on, because you got a good woman and you need to appreciate her. Nikki starts talking about her situation with Sean and saying, you know, that their communication is better, and she's actually, you know, I feel like I like him. Belle interrupts her like, girl, no, he is not the man for you. He ain't shit. This, that, and the other, blah, blah, blah. She's going in. He's not worthy of you. He's immature. These men try to humble us by telling you, no, humble you by telling you negative stuff, blah, 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 blah. I mean, she's going off about Sean while Mecca is sitting there with his eyes popped open like, I ain't never seen this side of Belle. He knows Belle's talking about him. Nikki interrupts Belle and said, let me clear up what she's talking about, y'all. Sean told me I was a 10 here and a 7 in New York. And the whole table's like, Sean who? You fucking lying. Okay, so then Michelle has to get on her soapbox. She got up on that soapbox and she said, okay, Michelle starts talking about how people are faking to decision day, that you're tolerating these sorry relationships just till you make it to decision day, and it's not fair. You're not doing yourself any justice. So my girl Michelle, the human resources business leader, she came right on in and she read Michelle for filth in a very professional HR policy F1910778 manner. She told her everybody's relationship is different. Everybody's going through different things. So you cannot sit here and tell people that they're faking until D-Day. Just because you're not experiencing the things that they're experiencing doesn't mean that they can't give it a try. Basically. So all that you're saying is bullshit. And then pass the baton. Felipe says, that's right. You haven't even experienced anything that most of us are experiencing. So can you just calmly and politely shut the fuck up? Okay? While they are reading her the way they're reading her, Cam is in the kitchen. Looking for what? I don't know. So Marissa jumps in and says, oh, it's game time. It's game time. It's time to play a game. Mecca and Caitlin are standing by the door, and Mecca said, whew, I ain't never seen Belle that feisty. You think she was talking to me? Caitlin said, yeah, she's talking to you. He's talking about you. So the game that is going to be played is like, it's spin the bottle. They're going to ask some questions. In the meantime, Belle and Mecca go upstairs, and Belle talks to him, and she lets him know, Michelle told me what you said. He said, what did she tell you? You know what you said, Mecca. And he was like, well, how would she know what I said? How you think she knows what you said? He said, but I was talking to the guys in confidence. Okay, the guys you were talking to are all married to the women here. Married people have pillow talk. And number two, there are cameras all around here. So anybody could have told her. The producers could have told her because they want shit to jump off. Mecca, how dumb are you? For real, I see why you're shoveling shit. You might not be educated enough to do anything else. Shoot. So, Mecca and Belle, they rejoined the party. No, I think that she said that she is not being herself. And she is... he needs to get himself together because you are making her hold back on who she is. What she really wants to do is to cuss your raggedy ass out. But I got too much class to act like that in front of these cameras. I'm not going to be labeled. She didn't say that. I'm saying that. I'm not going to be labeled as an angry black woman. But she won't be. All she has to do is take cues from Nikki. Nikki is wrapping people up just as nice and calm. Belle, you don't seem like a person that yells, but maybe you might be a person that puts your hands on people. So maybe that is why you are refraining from cussing this black fingernail polish wham bama out. But you have got to stop giving him excuses for acting like he does. Remember, in the beginning of this, I kept saying I'm not going to give Mecca a hard time because of who he was raised by. But you know what? That went out the window when he kept saying very negative things about you. So I'm your cheerleader, and I need you to cheer for yourself. But anyway, they went back down to the party. They joined the party. Everybody's playing the spin the bottle. They're asking questions. They asked Belle, if you found out that they matched you with the wrong person, who here would you like to be matched with? And Belle, with her classy, smart self, says, I'm not going to answer that. And then she said, okay, Tori. My girl Tori. And then all the other ones was like, oh yeah, Tori. They love Tori, right? So, then Adam, who is egging everything on, well, what about you, Mecca? What do you say? You know, dumbass Mecca answers the question. He says, Michelle and Caitlin. Oh, this nigga, I tell you, this nigga here. Okay, so the game is over, and then Caitlin says to Mecca, oh, come on, let's go outside and talk, or whatever she said. She said something, I didn't write it down. Why are you talking to Mecca? And she's out there that's smiling and laughing and talking because she's telling him, yeah, I heard what you said about Belle. And, you know, everybody has different tastes. It's not, you know, don't forget we were hooked up with these people, blah, giving him excuses. Mecca is used to people giving him excuses for being a butthole. And she's out there laughing. So they're inside. And Adam is like, what the fuck? You gonna let Mecca be out there warming your girl up? What's going on? Devin doesn't like that. And Devin, and from what it looks like, they're flirting. Because Devin has never seen this lady laugh and smile and do all this stuff she's doing. And then Adam is not making it any better. But Devin is not comfortable with this situation. And also, then they show another scene where Mecca is putting his big fake bubblegum chain around her neck and kissing her hand. So this is it. That's the straw that broke the camel's back. Devin goes in, let her know and him know that's very disrespectful what you all are doing, and I don't appreciate this, blah, blah, blah. She tells her husband, Devin, shut the fuck up. Devin says, what would you, when somebody tells you shut the fuck up, you raising up like, what? Oh, he did that. Wait a minute. We had this discussion last night. I told you, you are not going to disrespect me. You're not going to shut me down, and you're damn sure not going to tell me shut the fuck up. So he leaned up a little bit because he was talking with his hands. He wasn't talking like he was going to do anything violent. He was talking with his hands. But when he leaned up, my girl Belle touched him like, come on back now, partner. Ease up. He said, she just told me to shut the fuck up. She said, I know, but calm down. He got up and said, that's right, I'm done. I ain't not tolerating this. I'm out of here. He goes upstairs, and then Caitlin tries to act like she wants to run after him. She got up off the couch and then she just let him go. The next scene is the next morning, and he's telling her, "I'm done. I'm done. I told you that you cannot constantly disrespect me, and then you're showing this man way more energy than you've ever shown me. But I'm not even worried about what happened last night. It's you and your total disrespect towards me, and I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. I'm finished with this. It's over. You're cooked." She said, "I was done last night. Blah blah blah. I'm done too." Okay, you're done. But he told you first. And scene. That was the end of the episode. I'm going to see you on next episode, season 20, episode 18. I'm going to be back sooner than I was this time. Thank you for joining my channel, watching my channel. It's your girl Cheryl. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I appreciate each and every one of you all. Thank you. Good night.